make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a thing. Chinx. Chinx was born and raised in Far Rockaway, Queens on December 4th, 1983, living in both the Redfern houses and the Edgemere houses, now known as Ocean Bay Apartments. He spent time in North Amityville in his teenage years, where he briefly attended high school. When speaking of how he started rapping, Chinx said, "I started rapping at the table in junior high school for fun with the homies. And then by 9th grade is when I started taking music seriously. At that point is when I started investing my street money into my studio time and trying to find my sound." He said he got the name Chinx Drugs since he used to smoke a lot of weed back in the day. And this older chick used to call him Chinky. And it stuck. The drugs, well, that's self-explanatory. I've been slanging on these corners. Chinx first started rapping with his close friend Stack Bundles while he was in high school, whom he would later form the group Riot Squad with, along with local rappers Bino and Call2 G's. The group started to gain a buzz throughout of New York, but that ended abruptly in early 2005 when Chinx was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison. He served his time at the Arthur Hill Correctional Facility. During this time, Bundles formed a friendship with rapper Max B, and together they joined Jim Jones' new group, the Bird Gang. While Chinx was incarcerated on June 11, 2007, fellow rapper and friend Stack Bundles was shot and killed in late 2008. Chinx was released from prison, and through his affiliation with the now deceased Stack Bundles, he met a guy by the name of Max B. The following year, Max B introduced Chinx to fellow New York rapper French Montana, who was still relatively unknown at the time. Together, Chinx and French Montana formed the hip-hop group The Coke Boys. On April 13, 2009, Chinx released his first solo mixtape, Hurry Up and Die Volume 1, Get Your Casket On. He followed that with Hurry Up and Die Volume 2, From the Cage to the Stage, on January 7, 2010. He then released the third mixtape in that series, Hurry Up and Die Volume 3, on April 13, 2010. On March 16, 2011, Chinx released his fourth official mixtape, Flight 2011, which was entirely produced by New York producer Harry Fraud. The mixtape featured a solo guest appearance from Coke Boys cohort French Montana. On April 19, 2011, he released his fifth solo mixtape, Cocaine Riot, featuring guest appearances from the various members of the Coke Boys group. On August 20th, 2011, Coke Boys released their first official collaboration mixtape, Coke Boys 2. The mixtape was primarily produced by Harry Fraud, with additional production from Lex Luger. Coke Boys 2 featured members Chinx, French Montana, Cheese, Flip, and Charlie Rock. Following the Coke Boys 2 release on September 24th, 2011, Chinx and French Montana released a collaboration mixtape named Coke Boys Run NY. On April 13th, 2012, Coke Boys released their second collaboration mixtape, Coke Boys 3, which significantly featured French Montana, Chinx throughout, along with Flip, Gianna, Giacomo, and Charlie Rock. Additional guest appearances came from Akon, Mac Miller, Rick Ross, Wale, and Red Cafe, among others. The mixtape was met with positive reviews from music critics, with the production the focal point of the praise. XXL credited French Montana and Chinx as being the stars of the mixtape. On July 3rd, 2012, Chinx released his sixth solo mixtape, Cocaine Riot 2, to positive critical reception, with all hip-hop calling it a classic. Cocaine Riot 2 featured guest appearances from rappers Action Bronson and Chevy Woods, among others. Cocaine Riot 2 featured the significant French Montana and Chinx collaboration, I'm a Coke Boy. In 2012, he was featured on Wale's Let a Nigga Know and Vado's You Ain't Good. On January 4th, 2013, Chinx released the official mixtape to I'm a Coke Boy featuring rappers Rick Ross and Diddy. Along with French Montana, the remix would end up being ranked number 43 on Complex's list of 50 best songs of 2013. Then on April 15, 2013, Chinx released his 7th solo mixtape, Cocaine Riot 3, which featured the previously remix of I'm a Coke Boy. Cocaine Riot 3 featured additional guest appearances from Ace Hood, Juicy J, Yo Gotti, DJ Khaled, Roscoe Dash, and a list of others. Chinx told MTV that when he was making this mixtape, he was just trying to give people something a little different. Less than a week after the release of Cocaine Riot 3, Chinx released the music video for the remix to I'm a Coke Boy. On May 14, 2013, Chinx released his 4 previous major solo mixtape, Flight 2011 and Cocaine Riot series, for retail sales on iTunes. He was featured on French Montana's debut solo album, Excuse My French, on the deluxe edition track Throw It in the Bag. On May 22nd, 2013, Right There, featuring Juicy J and French Montana, was released as the first single from Cocaine Riot 3. Up in Here, featuring Ace Hood, will be released as the mixtape's 2nd single on June 11, 2013. On August 12, 2013, Chinx released the music video for Up in Here, featuring Ace Hood from Cocaine Riot 3, which was shot in Miami, Florida. On October 4th, 2013, Chinx, just now going by Chinx instead of Chinx Drugs, announced he will release an EP via New Sense Music Group and Coke Boy Records, executive produced by Rick Steele, titled I'll Take It From Here. In November 2013, on October 28th, 2013, Chinx released Feelings, featuring French Montana, the first single from the EP. On November 26, 2013, it was revealed that Coke Boys will release their 4th mixtape in December. The same day, Chinx released his debut retail project, I'll Take It From Here. He featured prominently on Coke Boys' 4th mixtape, Coke Boys 4, released on January 1st, 2014. On February 1st, 2014, Chinx released music video for Feelings. In April 2014, Chinx released and also revealed that his next mixtape will be titled Cocaine Riot 4 and will be released on May 15, 2014. He released Cocaine Riot 5 on December 25th, 2014. He told XXL that this debut studio album will be titled Welcome to JFK. On June 2nd, 2015, Chinx's first official single for his posthumous album, Welcome to JFK, was released through E1 Music. The track is titled On Your Body. On May 17th, 2015, NYPD officers responded to a 911 call in Briarwood, Queens around 4 a.m. There they found Chinx and another victim in a car at Queens Boulevard and 84th Drive. Chinx was transported to Jamaica Medical Center in Queens with gunshot wounds to his torso, where he was pronounced dead at the age of 31. 2 men who were already incarcerated and other charges have been re-released in connection with the murder. Rest in peace, Chinx. Okay, let's recap. What do we know? Rapper Chinx, cause of death, murder, gunshot wounds to the torso. 2 suspects in custody. One on the left, Quincy Homer. Suspect on the right, Jamar Hill. This is an ongoing case. We'll see where this leads. Bankroll Fresh. Bankroll Fresh was born August 2nd, 1987 in Atlanta, Georgia. While originally rapped under the alias Young Fresh, and under this alias appeared alongside Gucci Mane on multiple records, in 2014, Fresh collaborated with Mlmw on the song Screen Door. Fresh later also made a guest appearance on the song For That Love, which appeared on Metro Boomin's 2013 mixtape 19 and Boomin'. Fresh had a hit of his own with the 2014 single Hot Boy. In the same year, he released the mixtape Life of a Hot Boy. In 2015, Fresh released Life of a Hot Boy Part 2. And later that year, Fresh followed it up with a self-titled mixtape. In February 2016, he released a video for his song Poppin' Shit. Fresh was also featured on Jeezy's hit All There. The music video was released posthumously. Jeezy dedicated to Fresh and filming a video in his hood with Fresh's family. After an altercation with a childhood friend, Atlanta's rapper No Plug, Fresh was shot at Street Exec Studio and later died at Hughes Spalding Hospital in Atlanta on March 4th, 2016. It was reported that more than 50 shell casings were at the scene of the crime. Many celebrities and friends, including Chris Brown, 2 Chinx, Post Malone, Lil Wayne, and Plies, along with his 2 children, family, and friends, mourned the death of the rapper. Post Malone mentioned Bankroll on his song Money Made Me Do It, featuring 2 Chainz, on his debut album Stoney, released at the end of the year. The track pays tribute to the deceased rapper Juice WRLD, referenced Bankroll as well in a version of one of his songs from the debut album Death Race for Love. No Plug later said in an online interview that he shot in self-defense. He was not charged or called as a suspect. The investigation of Bankroll Fresh death was closed in June 2018 after authorities stated that Fresh fired the first rounds with an SKS-style firearm at the vehicle of No Plug and his entourage outside of the Street Exec Studio, saying that the returning gunfire from No Plug's passengers, which hit Fresh, was an act of self-defense. Rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. Dolla. Dolla was born in Chicago, Illinois, but comes by way of Atlanta, Georgia. Dolla was born in Chicago, Illinois on November 25th, 1987, and grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. He had a twin brother who died at birth. When Dolla was 5, he and his sister witnessed their father commit suicide by shooting himself. He formed a rap group, the Rascals Crew, going by the name Bucklight with Scrap DeLeon, then known as Scrappy and SAS. They would later make up the gang with a rapper named Streets. They signed with Elektra Records in 2003 and released the single So Fly. So Fly did not bring the success that was desired, and the group was dropped from the label soon after. That same year, he met Akon and P. Diddy, whom hired Dolla as a model for Sean John line clothing. Dolla appeared on billboards for the clothing line and modeled across the United States under the stage name Dolla. He signed to Akon's Convict Music label in May 2007. His song Feeling Myself was featured on the Step Up original soundtrack in 2006 and was a bite of the Mac Dre song of the same name. He made his debut with the single Who the Fuck Is That?, which was his highest chart appearance, reaching number 82 on Billboard Hot 100. The edited version substituted the profanity with heck. He followed his debut single up with a second promo single, I'm Fucked Up. In the summer of 2008, also an edited version was released using the substitution of the word tour. He followed his debut single up with a second promo single, I'm Fucked Up, in the summer of 2008. Also, an edited version was released using the substitution of the word tour, replacing fucked. A third single entitled Make a Toast, featuring Julian and produced by General Lee, was the official release on November 4th, 2008. It has peaked at number 101 on Billboard R&B chart. The song Make a Toast was released again with the feature of Lil Wayne. His final appearance was in Ciara's video for her single Never Ever. After recording a song called So Fly with rapper T.I., a video was released on YouTube with the artist together a week before his death. On October 20th, 2008, Dolla was arrested in Atlanta on weapon charges. Dolla flew to Los Angeles to record the rest of his debut album, and he was shot on May 18th, 2009 at approximately 3:10 p.m. by 23-year-old Aubrey Lewis Berry. Dolla was with Scrap DeLeon and friend DJ Shabazz when the incident occurred. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Later that evening, an armed Berry was detained at the Los Angeles International Airport. Witnesses say that he surrendered without a struggle. His bail was set at $5 million. Bail was subsequently lowered to $1 million by Los Angeles Supreme Court Judge Terry Bork. In late May, Berry claimed self-defense, but Dolla's family disputed that. Dolla's family spokesman Dennis Byron stated that Berry traveled from Atlanta to Los Angeles with a firearm that was not licensed for use in California. This following a prior altercation between the two men in Atlanta nightclub on May 7, 2009, where Berry was beaten, kicked by a group of men that included Dolla. Berry's attorney, Howard Price, explained that Dolla had threatened Mr. Berry at the Beverly Center restaurant. When Mr. Berry left, he saw Dolla and two other men following him to his car, and after exchanging words, he believed that Dolla was reaching for a weapon. It was then that Mr. Berry shot him 4 times in self-defense. Dolla later died from a bullet wound that pierced his heart. On May 21st, Berry was charged with murder and assault. Although he pled not guilty, it was mentioned that Dolla had ties to a West Los Angeles street gang known as the Mansfield Gangster Crips. As the murder trial wrapped up, prior to jury deliberation, the defendant's attorney, Howard Price, made much of Dolla's gangster rap lyrics and videos with gang members to present the victim as a violent gang member. Dolla's funeral was held May 23rd in the Word of Faith Love Center in East Point neighborhood of Atlanta. The funeral was held in a Muslim environment. He was buried in Atlanta's Westview Cemetery. Singer T-Pain paid homage to the late rapper by having a mural of Dolla painted on the hood of his vintage car. Additionally, a YouTube video using an unreleased Dolla song, Georgia Nights, has been made a Dolla song in a tribute to him. J-Rock sent his prayers and condolences to the family and stated that these kinds of acts have to stop. Rapper Tiger produced a song called R.I.P. Dolla on his mixtape The Potential. Throughout the following week after his death, Adult Swim opened up a bumper saying Dolla 1987 to 2009. Rest in peace, Dolla. Okay, let's recap. What do we have? Rapper Dolla, cause of death, murder, gunshot wounds. We have a suspect, Aubrey Lewis Berry, was acquitted of all charges. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at SnowmadeMedia. If you follow me, I promise to follow right back. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at I am SnowMade. Same rules apply. If you follow me, I promise to follow right back. SnowmadeMusic.com. Make sure y'all check out the site. Make sure you subscribe to the channel at SnowmadeMedia, which is the channel you watching right now on YouTube.